I'm going to show you guys how to save at least $6,000 by designing the most amazing plumbing system for your camper van. It's super easy. So when I push this, or this activates my water pump, and my water pump will go and power up the gauges that I'm about to show you guys. And here's my two water level sensors. The one on top is for clear water, and the one on the bottom is going to be for gray water. In this video today, I'm going to show you guys how to quickly install the water level sensors. And make sure you guys stick around, because at the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys a tour of my plumbing system. This is underneath the beds, and there's people that are charging $7,000 for a pre-made system. And the honest truth is, this cost me less than $1,000. And I'll give you guys a complete tour of this at the end. So enjoy the video, and let's jump into installing the level sensor on this tank right here. In this video, we'll be drilling out the hole in our water tank for a level sensor. And when you are installing a level sensor with some of these tanks that actually are meant for the wheel well area, you have to be a little careful, as there are some things you need to watch out for. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to Random Fix. So I'm converting the 907 Sprinter here, and we need a water tank. Yesterday I installed the under vehicle tank. This is going to be a lot easier, as we don't have to get underneath the vehicle, but we still need to go ahead and plan this out. So for this install, we're going to focus on the level sensor here, and I'll have a link to this and also to the tank and what I'm using in the description box down below. Additionally, on this tank, I am going to be putting an access hole. So it is very crucial that I make sure that I have room for everything and avoid hitting certain things. So I want to avoid going in the area over there, as if I make a hole right here and I try lowering the level sensor down, I'm going to go ahead and hit this. That's not going to work. So there's very few options in a tank like this. If you're really confident, you can try to go right here, and you have about 3.5 inches of room. But remember that this tank is actually pretty thick, so you may not have as much room as you think you do. So to be extra clear, we need to keep it in this section right here. So about 6 inches from this particular edge, if not closer. And I'm not going to take any chances. So I'm going to try to get it maybe a 1/2 inch away from this valley here, where the brace is going to go, and then get that mounted in there. And I do have a drill bit ready to go. And this is actually a pretty easy install. So let's go ahead and get it started. For my level sensor, it calls for a 1 3/4. And again, this is going to be the unit, and I'll have a link to this. And the head on this takes up a little bit of room, and I need to keep about 1/2 inch away from the sidewall. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. So this is going to be my little cheat line. And you do want to flush out the tank after you do this, as we're going to be making some holes. Check everything again. All right, we're good. Anyway, make sure your bit is tight. I'll be right back. And when you do drill through this, you want to try to get the material actually into your bit. For me, it's not going to be a problem, because I'm going to be making a big old access hole. But if you don't have an access hole, it's going to be really hard to get that out. Now I'm going to go and clean all this up. And wow, look at that. Really don't have a lot of room. 1 inch that way, I would have been in trouble. 1 inch this way, I would have been in trouble. And 1 inch that way, I would have been in trouble. So take your time and just look at the project. And my particular sensor actually comes with a gasket and the hardware. And I'm going to go and quickly just make those holes and get this all done. Next, I'm going to center this best I can. Then I'm going to tape it in place so it does not walk on me. I got my drill bit ready, and I'm going to go and make the mounts. And I have to be a little careful, because I need to make sure that the wire is pointing this way. Just plan ahead, and it will make the job much easier. Now when I make these holes, I try not to go toe in. I actually try to toe out. So I'm going to be catching more of the lip and not going too close to the edge. And verify that I do not see the bottom of the tank from the 5 holes. Okay, all 5 holes are in, and now it's time to put in the gasket and put in the hardware, and the rest is going to be pretty easy, as we just need to make the connections once we get our gauges installed. With the holes drilled, now it's time to install the hardware. So there's a little notch on the gasket back here that lines up with the wire, and that's the only way the gasket actually fits. And I'm going to use this power tool to put it in, and then I'll hand tighten at the end. Now just go through and hand tighten. And remember, you are going into plastic, so take it easy and don't overdo this. Just like putting on a tire, you are going to want to go in a star formation. Okay, perfect. So this is done, and it's a nice tight seal, and it's all cleaned up, and it's already installed. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you guys want to check out the access hole video, I'll leave you guys a link to that. Last time I built a camper van, I bought everything separate. This time, for the price of a sensor, I also got the level, and I got the white face here. For the gray water tank, I got a black face, and they do sell these in kits. I'll leave a link for this down below because it'll save you quite a bit of money. And if you guys want to check out my whole plumbing video on how I did it and not cause any leaks, because when you do have this inside your van, the worst thing that can happen is a water leak, and you're going to have to possibly rip out everything depending on your setup. So if you guys want to avoid it, make sure you guys check out my video. All right, everybody. So as promised, I told you guys I'd give you guys a complete tour of my water and plumbing system here. And so this is going to be located underneath the bed. And this is going to be the components that I'm using. The first one right here is going to be a 0.5 micron water filter. So all the water that goes through my tank and before it hits my plumbing fixtures and goes through my shower to my kitchen gets filtered. And this will make the faucet and all the other components last a lot longer, as there's less impurities. This right here is going to be a 2.5 gallon water tank, and I got it on sale for about maybe $100. And on top, that is going to be my water pump with an accumulator, so it doesn't just turn on at night time for no reason. And to connect all this, I use PEX, this flexible and steel braided water hoses right there. And this going a little further, and I'll show you guys the back end of this. So there's going to be that level sensor that I installed. This is going to be that access hole that I'll have a link to down below. And if I ever need to go through and clean the tank, I can do that within minutes now, and I don't have to basically move the tank out of here. And to keep the tank in place, I used 80-20, and it was very easy to go and just build this cage around the water tank, and the water comes in from the back. Okay, so let me give you guys the flow of how the water basically gets distributed. So the water enters the van through the back area. There's actually a fill port, and once it enters the van, it's going to go right here. This hole is going to dump water straight in, and then to get the water out of the van, I go and basically use that access hole that I've been talking about, and I'll leave you guys the video on how I installed it and why I chose this particular size. So one thing that I did a little bit different on this particular system is everything is accessed through the top. So gravity is going to be my friend, and nothing is going to leak into the van. There's the water level sensor right there. And to get water out of the tank, I use that access hole right here with a check valve. And you got to make sure stainless steel on the check valve that goes up to the water pump. And out of the water pump, it goes to my water heater. And from the water heater, it goes to my water filter. And once it comes out of the water filter right here, it gets distributed to the rear shower, to the kitchen area, to the shower area, as well as the outdoor shower, which is on the same line as the kitchen. And it makes it really easy. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And it was very easy to set up If you guys have any questions about this, please let me know down below, and I'll do my best to point you guys in the right direction. If you guys want to see this more in depth, I can actually produce another video for you guys showing you guys how I vented everything. So this is the vent right here, and the other components that you need for a successful and efficient water system without having to pay somebody $7,000. And honestly, it's probably about 3 to 4 hours worth of work and less than $1,000. Boy, it's hot in there. Now, if I missed anything in this video that you feel is important as far as the water level sensor, please let me know what it is down below, as I'm always learning myself, and I learn the most from you guys and the comments that you provide me. So you guys will find a bunch of links down below, as well as a link to the complete van tour, so you guys can see everything and see it from any angle. And if you guys don't know, this is Little Random Fix. Hey, Little Random Fix, have we had any issues with the water system in the van?
No.
Is it legit?
Yeah.
And you think we paid $7,000 for it?
No.
No. We did it ourselves, guys. That means you can do it. We're here to help you guys. And if something in the video helps you guys out, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up, as it really lets YouTube know that I'm bringing you valuable content. Subscribe. If I didn't mention it, I provide a free list of all the components that I use in the van, and even a video that shows me installing that part. You guys will find that free list down below. And as always, make it a great day.